again. I'm still Amarachi Lilian CEO of Living Legend Sports. Remember last week we talked about first time traveling to West Africa, and today we want to talk about the risk traveling to African countries. First, I want to appreciate you for watching my first video, and some of you that subscribed to our YouTube channel, I appreciate that. So moving forward to the risk traveling to African countries, kind of risk, and sometimes this risk they are not worth it. I will start with just a recent incident that happened with a boy of 26 years that passed by my academy, and he was requesting that one of my players should give him a phone to make a call. And after a little kind of uncomfortable moves from him, I discovered that someone told me that he is traveling to Ghana, but he's just opposite the church, a Catholic church opposite the field, that he's waiting for a group in the Catholic church field to give him a helping hand financially before he can travel. And then first, he doesn't have any money with him because I made inquiries. I spoke to him. I called him out and I was like, so tell me. And then he brought a paper that he was invited to Ghana to play football, but he doesn't have financial support. And people around the church were like, if the only thing the church can do is to carry him to the park where he can get Ghana vehicle. But then, if he gets to Ghana without no money, how can he survive? You see the mentality, people are desperate to move and they're not financially ready. The movement that people are desperate to move are too risky because you cannot be traveling out without having any money with you. I remember, let me use myself as an example. The last time when I traveled to Equatorial Guinea, I was actually in Equatorial Guinea playing, and then I came back home for about 2 or 3 months. And then the little money I had with me got finished, and I had to go back. Going back, I didn't have money to fly, and then I took the risk of traveling to Calabar to use the boat to cross over to Equatorial Guinea. That journey was like a hell for me because what I saw in the water crossing from Calabar to Malabo, the capital city of Equatorial Guinea, was hell. I didn't know that I'm going to still be alive today because at a point in the middle of the sea, this boat stopped working, and then they had to throw this anchor, and then it was just floating until, it's just God's grace. So, and then we talk about people crossing over to Libya, through the Mediterranean Sea to cross to Europe. Thousands of people have already died in that route, the Libya route to Italy to Europe. And then the risk, there's a lot of risk. A lot of families are still looking for their family, for their loved ones, without knowing that they are long dead in one desert or another, because we are struggling to cross over using the easiest way, out of desperation, instead of us to calm down, to learn the process and know if there is benefit. Because, for example, let's get back to the guy going to Ghana. He didn't have any money with him. Even from the paper he showed me, there was no contact information. Let's assume the church were able to give him some transportation. When he gets over there, how can he start surviving? It was difficult for him to survive in Nigeria, being his country. What if when he gets over to a country where he knows nobody? So, out of desperation to leave the country, people are not thinking ahead the disadvantages that is involved in what the risk they're trying to take. So these are really important for us to pay attention to. It's always good to go over to another country to make living. We always believe that God will be merciful to, help us succeed in one way or another. And then at the end of the day, Why trying to do all these things? Let's weigh all round. In my last video, first time I traveling to West Africa, you will see that there is a place I talked about the movement around Mali. I talked about a particular place in Mali where people, the stranded people, are waiting for you, newcomer. If you just come, they will convince you with all kind of stories that will allow you to trust them. And so immediately you trust them, they make sure they collect all the money you have, and then they will leave you stranded there and move. And then I talked about in my last video how difficult it is to survive there, so quick, apart from people that wants to do dubious things. So especially people rushing to go to African countries, or within like West African country. I used that as an example last week. Before rushing to go, hoping that when you get over there, you're gonna make it big. Yeah, there is God, and God is always merciful. But while you try to take risks, always understand the environment, where the advantages and the disadvantages, so that at the end of the day, while looking for a better life, you will not get back to worse life, which we're not praying about. So always be careful, always know the right step to take, make inquiries, ask questions. Ask questions is very important. It's very important. And then there are some players that always try to ask me questions like someone came and said he wished to travel to Egypt, and he's currently having 200,000 naira. The visa to Egypt through agent is over 200,000, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and that's excluding the flight ticket. If you're budgeting to travel to Egypt with 200,000 naira, which can only maybe secure your visa, excluding ticket, which will be like about 300,000 to 400,000 naira, and at least you should have some pocket money with you. Someone travel. These are actually the mistakes a lot of people make. You cannot just travel somewhere without having any money with you. So how are you gonna survive before expecting to get things in return? And money go open way. You have to have something. So we see the mentality of some people. If you are looking towards traveling to Egypt and you have only 200,000, which can only maybe secure your visa, excluding flight ticket and excluding pocket money. So with this mindset, some of these players, when you're trying to explain to them the situation, they will feel bad and they will think that maybe, this lady doesn't want to help us. But the reality hurts, and it's sad to understand that some people actually came to follow the wrong step instead of listening to the right step, which might not be, they say sometimes the truth hurts. So, but in order to make this video short, not to waste much of our time, I just want to encourage us while we look up to get a better life, that we weigh the advantages, disadvantages, the risk traveling, especially to African countries when you don't have money, no financial background to support your movement, and no plan. So there's a lot of risk, and we are not expected to involve ourselves in such risk. Calm down. The right time will come. Everything in life is gradual steps, and that God has been so merciful, and He will continue to be merciful to see His children succeed. So take it easy. Don't involve yourself in much risk. Don't be too desperate to get there, because if you take it easy, at the end of the day, you will get to a better place. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you will watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the videos. Thank you very much.